Fano on the 14th of March 2010. The Benetti in the foreground, you can see the grey one. She's been rolled back as far as she'll go. 4 cranes are in this place from Sorcinelli, and we're just about to start moving the hull out of the shed. She's just started to come out of the shed. We'll go in a little bit closer because I think it's going to be narrow as she goes past the edge of the doors. Okay, this is the steering system being adjusted just so that they get the best possible exit through the door, and we should be rolling a bit more in a moment. This should give you some idea of how much clearance they actually have bringing it out of the shed. That's how tight we are, guys. That's going to be interesting, and that's the steering mechanism that they're using on the wheels on the back edge of the boat. So she's not all the way out the shed yet, but we're going to put the slings on her anyway, and then that'll take some of the weight as we continue to slide her back. Okay, so it looks like we're just beginning to lift the aft end of the boat.
Oh, occhio, qui, occhio lì, che si tiene un po' avanti, occhio, occhio qui.
There you go. She's hanging. Back end is in the air. Okay, this white mark on the hull is the widest part. So as you can see now, she's actually coming out of the shed quite quickly. And my guess is right about now, Nino's quite happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, bow of the boat. And here you see the driving force behind the whole operation. From here you get a pretty good idea. We've got a very long strap on the far side of the boat, and then a very short strap on this side of the boat. So as she's rolled over, the crane on this side will be pulling, and the crane on the other side will be letting go, and that should roll her over. Okay guys, we're just getting ready at this moment to lift the bow off her wheels. I don't know if we can zoom in and get the actual moment of liftoff. There you go. Hang on a second. And there you go. That's a 50-meter Wally in the air. This is the truly amazing bit, is that you got 4 cranes all working together and creating a very basically smooth action on the boat.
Io andrei su con queste qua, bella, che bella barca che è, guarda che belle linee. Andrei su con quelle di prua io, perché c'è rimasto uno spazio.
There's the supporting beams we saw yesterday doing their work.
Once it's been done, it doesn't have to be perfect. In that place, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. That would be the filler plate for the keel. That would be more filler plate from the keel. That's the last bit of the turn coming up right now. One sling just a little off the reinforcing, but that's not too bad. Here we're better. Looks like she's over. Look along the hull. And then obviously not much happens in Farno on a Saturday morning. So we have a few spectators. Well, we got a little bit of damage on one of the slings here, so everything's just on hold for a moment. Creeping into the shed. This is the bow and some foam pads so that we can move the forward slings. Okay, so the forward slings have been brought just a couple of meters further back. This will allow us to get the bow further into the shed. You'll find that the bow will then go straight onto the cradle that's been built for her. Here we're just moving the cranes behind the bow of the boat, because once we put the bow of the boat in the cradle that you can see there, the bow will be so high the cranes will be unable to pass over the bow. So they have to be positioned before we put the boat fully into the shed. Okay, so the bow is now on the bow cradle. You can see they're just dropping off the slings for the front end, and then we need to slide her in a little bit more, get that stern cradle underneath her. It was close going out, and as you can see, it's close coming back in, but she's almost there. Okay, so the aft slings are still on. We've just slid the aft cradle underneath the boat. We're just checking the position of the cradle, and in a minute we'll lower her down and finish the roll into the shed. That's it, she's in. That's Mr. Claudio Trentin. I hope he's a lot happier than he was a couple of hours ago.